Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we've taken Ant-Man up against Claw and Rhino thus far, and it looks like Ant-Man's doing really good. Pretty happy with his pre-constructed deck. That's what we're still playing with. One of the things I wanted to get back to is playing a little bit of custom content. So I had previously played against Medusa, but it's been a long time. So I wanted to try and take Ant-Man up against Medusa and see how that works out. She was one of the harder opponents that I've faced off against, so we'll see how this goes. Now, I'm going to have to read the cards very carefully because she's kind of a complicated villain to play against, and there's a lot of things going on, and it's been a while since we played against her. So let's get ready here. So we've got Scott Lang out there. He's got his 12. We'll worry about our deck here in a second. Let's do setup stuff. So we've got Medusa's Dark Side. So we've got Medusa 1 and 2, and we've got the standard encounter set, and we have Masters of Evil in there. So we're playing with what's on the card. So we're going to search Medusa's deck for the Medusa's Grasp side scheme, reveal it, shuffle the encounter deck, advance to stage 1B. So we have Medusa's Grasp over here, and that says, after ally supports or upgrades, interplay, exhaust them. It's going to have a crisis icon, and we need 3 threats. So this is a very good challenge for the leadership deck. Some kind of anti-leadership stuff going on there. Let's go to 1B here, and we've got Medusa is suffering from amnesia and has joined forces with the Frightful Four. Our heroes rush to stop her rampage. This is going to go out at 6. All right, so let's take a look at Medusa really fast here. So Medusa 1, we've got Inhuman Queen. She's got 2 scheme and 2 attack. So forced response after Medusa attacks and damages you. If 3 or more damage was dealt, exhaust your hero. When revealed, search the encounter deck for Medusa's Madness, attach it to her, shuffle the encounter deck. Looks like you're having a bad hair day. So speaking of bad hair days, we have that card, which just the picture for that one is awesome. So there's Medusa's Madness. Force response after hero or ally thwarts, discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. So I'm going to exhaust my hero and spend 2 mental resources to discard this card. Oof. So that one's tough to get rid of. All right. Not if we get a genius. If we get a genius, we're all right. All right, so let's get our starting hand here. And last time we got all those resources at the beginning. Last time I played, if we do that again, then we'd be set. What's probably going to happen is because I need it, it's going to be at the bottom of the deck this time around. So we've got 6 cards. Let's see what we have. We've got Reinforced Suit, some Gauntlets, Strength, which isn't the genius, a Resize, some Power Gloves, and a Giant Stomp. All right. So let's see here. Allies, supports, and upgrades are going to enter tapped. So that's fairly annoying. I can spend 2 in order to get rid of Medusa's Madness. Then we could pull off a Giant Stomp, and we can get a Resize in there. So are we looking at it? Are we missing anything there? I don't think so. Getting the Wrist Gauntlets would be nice for the longer term fight. But I think we're going to do some cleanup here to start off. All right, so we're going to need to be big form in order to pull off the Giant Stomp. But we have the Resize, so we can go to small form and then flip over to large form. All right, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go small form first. So we're going to jump the small form. And there we go. So I've printed off proxies that are different sizes. So when I go Ant-Man small form, I've got, after you change this form, remove a threat from a scheme. So we're going to bloop, we're a little tiny Ant-Man. We're going to get rid of Medusa's Grasp. Now, in order to get rid of this, we're going to use our, it's just a hero action. Oh, it is exhaust your hero. Sorry. I'm going to exhaust my hero, spend 2 mental resources, and discard Medusa's Madness. All right, no more Medusa's Madness. So that was the one where when I thwart, discarded the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. All right, let's get that out of there. Out of the way. One less thing on the board. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to resize. So we're going to jump from, so that's going to allow me to change from other hero form and draw a card. So we're going to jump from tiny form into big form. Kaboom! We come out and we're going to do a damage. So when we change to this form, we deal damage to an enemy. So Medusa is down to 15. And then we get to draw a card. Let's not forget that. And we got Moxie. Well, Moxie's not going to do me any good, but Moxie, I can use Moxie so I don't have to spend my reinforced suit. I can hold on to that in case I get an ally I want to use that on. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do our Giant Stomp. So Giant Stomp is going to deal 1 damage to each minion, which there's none of those out there, but we deal 8 damage to an enemy. So we're going to take Medusa from 15 down to 7. So let's see here. We're going to take this 10 away. I'm going to put a 2 out there. I think I'm doing my math there right. 15 minus 8 is 7. All right, and then we're going to be done at that point. So we're going to draw back up to a hand size of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Wasp. All right. And then we're going to unexhaust, and we're done for our turn. Okay, so we're going to go over the villain's turn. We have +1 threat on the main scheme. We've got Medusa is going to see Ant-Man out there and come to attack. So the thing we need to remember is she's got this little ability here that says, after Medusa attacks and damages you, if 3 or more damage was dealt, exhaust your hero. So she's attacking for 2, which means if she hits me for 1 damage, she's going to exhaust me. So I think I might as well defend against this. So we defend for 3. She's attacking for 2. She's going to get a boost of 1. So she would do 3, but I defend for 3, so I take no damage. All right, which also means I'm not exhausted, but I'm already exhausted because I defended. So next we move on to our encounter card. Encounter card is going to be the Masters of Evil. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Masters of Evil minion is discarded, and we're going to put it into play engaged with the first player. All right, so that's going to get 3 threat. 3 threat and acceleration token, and we need to go looking for a Master of Evil bad guy. All right, so let's see if we find one. That's Thundra. Nope. Gorgon's Glare, the Melter. Oh, man. This is not working out exactly how I had hoped. Because the problem is going to be when Wasp comes into play, she's going to come into play tapped, which is super annoying. And then the Melter is going to want to just chew her up. All right, but that is the end of Medusa's turn. And I think I need to get that Masters of Evil out of there because the acceleration token is going to be annoying very fast. All right, so we're going to go over the hero's turn. What's going to happen on the hero's turn is I'm exhausted already. Boo. And so I'm not going to be able to do the damage that I need to do to take out the Melter. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change to tiny form. So we're going to go tiny. We're going to get small. Getting small. When we do that, we get to remove a threat from a scheme. So there we go. Next, we're going to put Wasp into play. Now, Wasp's going to come into play, and she says when she comes into play, if I'm in tiny hero form, 2 threat from a scheme. So we're going to bring Wasp into play. We're going to take 2 threat off of a scheme. So that's going to get rid of the Masters of Evil. But we've got a problem here because after allies, supports, or upgrades enter play, exhaust them. So she's going to come into play and be exhausted, which is bad because Melter's going to take her out with his 3 damage. But I don't know if there's anything that I can do about that. So we're going to be done at that point. We're going to unexhaust, and we're going to draw back up to 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we come up with. So we've got, there's my helmet, some giant strength, first aid, call for aid, and some gloves. All right, so we're going to go over to the villain's turn. We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. It's going to go up by 1. All right, now Medusa's going to attack. Now the thing about that is if I put Wasp in front of it, Wasp's going to get blocked by Melter. But if she gets in front of Medusa, then I'm not going to take damage, and I don't have to worry about being exhausted. So I think we're going to have Wasp block Medusa. So Wasp is going to block Medusa. She's attacking for 2. She's going to get a boost of 2, so that's more than enough to take out the Wasp. So Wasp is gone. The Melter is going to attack. He's going to hit me for 3. All right. 2, 1. Okay, then we need an encounter card. Encounter card is Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade, which I don't have any right now. So this card is going to Surge. I'm going to Surge into, Radioactive Man. Boo. All right, so we got 2 bad guys out there now, both the Melter and Radioactive Man. All right, but that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. So what do we do in hero side here? We have our Ant-Man helmet, which would help us heal. That would be a good thing to get out there. That would cost us 3 of our cards, though, and Call for Aid's not going to do us any good. Radioactive Man's going to attack us and make us discard a card. Going to be super annoying. So do we play our helmet and heal going into this? Or we could Call for Aid, see what we come up with. But the problem is Medusa's grasp out there. Maybe we should take care of that first, because that is creating all sorts of problems for us right now. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and exhaust. We're going to thwart for 2 and take out Medusa's grasp. All right, let's get that out of there. All right, next thing we're going to do is I think we're going to jump to giant form. But before we jump to giant form, I think we're going to 1, 2, 3. We're going to put our Ant-Man helmet out there. Going to help us take a couple of shots there. So put our Ant-Man helmet out there. We're going to change to giant form. When I change to giant form, I get to do a point of damage. So where do we want to put that point of damage at? Let's put it... We put it on Radioactive Man. I just hate Radioactive Man so much. Or do we put it on Melter? I think we're going to put it on Radioactive Man. All right. Also, when we go to giant form, we get to heal 2. So Ant-Man's down to 1, which is good. We're already exhausted, and we can't play our Power Gloves. So we're going to be done. We're going to draw back up to a hand size of 4. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to get rid of our exhaustion token. All right, we're over to the villain's turn. Ouch, we're going to take some damage, and we're going to lose a card, which is going to be awful. All right, first things first, 1 threat on the main scheme. Next up, Medusa is going to come attack Ant-Man. Now, we're back to the, I will probably exhaust if I don't block against this, so we'll go ahead and block. She's doing 2. She's going to get a boost of none. Oh, I wouldn't have exhausted, but you never know. So we defend against all of that. Nothing happens there. But we're going to take 3, 4 from the bad guys. So we're taking 4. It's going to bring us all the way up to 5 damage. And we have, after Radioactive Man attacks you, discard 1 card at random from my hand. So I have to get rid of a card. Boo, Radioactive Man. All right, we're going to get rid of that card, which is my Swarm Tactics. Okay. All right, then we need an encounter card because things are going really well. So let's see what we got. Encounter card is Assault. Oh, the villain's going to attack me. All right, because I need more damage. She's attacking for 2. I've already defended, so I can't do anything. She's going to get a boost of none. All right, so we're going to take 2. We're up to 7. Ouch. Okay. It looks like we're going to take a nap here because we're a hurting unit at this point in time. We're already exhausted, so that doesn't do us any good. We can only play Hive Mind in Tiny Hero form, so that doesn't do us any good. It removes 2 threat and 1 for each. So we're going to go ahead and play our Army Ant, which we can't use until we go to Tiny form. but we'll get it out there. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to change from Ant-Man back to Scott Lang. So go big Ant-Man back to Scott Lang. When we do that, we get to heal one. So we're down to 6. Problem is we're already exhausted, so we can't do anything else there. And then I think we're done. So our options are pretty limited here. So we're going to be finished. We're going to unexhaust. We're going to draw back up to 6 cards. We'll hold on to that hive mind because there's going to be a lot of threat action going on here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Villain's turn. What's going on the villain's turn? So first off, we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. And then Medusa's going to scheme. She schemes for 2. She's going to get a boost of 2, so she's going to scheme for 4, which means Medusa's dark side is going to go away. So I have no idea what happens when Medusa's dark side goes away. I don't remember. Let's see what happens. We have Final Betrayal. So when revealed, deal 2 encounter cards to each player. Okay. Going well, going well. Let's see what 2B says. 2B says, Final Betrayal. Time is running out. If the heroes fail to defeat her, Medusa will be taken over by her dark side. So that one's going to go up to 8. All right, and that was just Medusa doing her thing. We also need the Melter and Radioactive Man to scheme for 2. All right, now we move on to encounter cards, which means we get a 3rd encounter card, and we've got a nice stack of them going here. So actually, we'll put that one on the bottom. I don't know that matters a whole lot. They're all random anyway. All right, let's see how this goes. Encounter card number 1 is Tiger Shark. All right. Bringing Tiger Shark into play. Next encounter card. Bad Teamwork. When revealed, reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play engaged with you. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play engaged with you. Okay, so we're going to put our Nemesis minion, which is Yellow Jacket, into play. Wow. So Yellow Jacket says, while you're in giant hero form, Yellow Jacket gains giant trait and retaliate 1. While you're in tiny hero form, Yellow Jacket gains tiny trait and gets +1 attack. All right, so we've got Yellow Jacket into play. And it says, what was the last part of that? Was reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion, put it into play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play, engaged with you. Oh, what do we have here? We're just piling on the pain at this point in time. Oh, I forget how, oof. Let's see, what do we have in here that we can go after that's not horrible? Do we have something that's not horrible? I think all of the minions in here, we'll put Whirlwind out there. All right. Man, because all the ones that come with her, like Thunder, there's like Thundra and Constrictor, and they're all just bad. All right, so I could go back. Let's see here. If I would have went in the discard pile, I could have had, just so you guys can see what those cards are, I could have maybe gotten Thundra or Lash out there. So Thundra's got 6 health and guard. Yeah, and exhaust supports and upgrades. And then there's each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck for each blah. A player discard this way. For each, I can't talk. For each printed energy player, each player take, for each discarded energy, a player take the damage for that. So yeah, also not good. It's just a lot of not good all around. And we're a hurting unit. And we still got one more encounter card. So let's see here. Let's see if it's a gang up. It wouldn't matter because I'm hero size. What do we have here? All tangled up. When revealed, each player chooses to be either stunned or confused. Oh, hey, and we need a hazard icon because we need more encounter cards right now. I think I am stunned by all of the things that happened this round. Actually, we'll be confused. We'll be confused. I'm confused as to what it is I'm going to do because it's looking kind of hopeless right now. That's a lot of minions. Okay. Holy smokes. What are we going to do here? So that's the villain's turn. Hero turn. Wow. So I think what we're going to do first is we're going to transform into small Ant-Man. Ba-boom! All right, when we go small Ant-Man, we've got our puny pest, which says I get to remove a threat. We'll get rid of one off the tangled up. I think so. All right. Also, my Ant-Man helmet kicks in, which says when I go tiny, I get to draw a card. All right, we've got Stinger. Just what we needed. This is complete now. Okay. So, wow, that is a lot of damage sitting out there. All right, I can still activate, which is good. I can flip and heal, which is good. We can use our army ants to do some damage. I can potentially take Yellow Jacket out. He's going to have Retaliate 1. Who am I the most afraid of things that are out there? Not afraid of Whirlwind. Melter is annoying for my allies. Radioactive Man is annoying because of the discard. Melter is also annoying because he does 3 damage. Tiger Shark also does 3 damage. There's a lot of 3 damage guys out there. Wow. Okay, so where do we go from here? We're going to use Hive Mind to put another army ants out there. Then we're going to Army Ant the Melter and Army Ant the Melter. So Army Ant. The Melter takes 2. All right, next up we resize. We're going to resize. We're going to change to our other form and draw a card. We're going to get big. We get to draw a card. We get to do a damage. Let's put that damage on Yellow Jacket. And I'll put the damage on Radioactive Man. So we'll bump him up to 2. When we go giant size, we get to heal 2. So we go from 6 down to 4. All right. We're going to exhaust to attack the Melter for 3. That's going to take the Melter out. Oop, Melter goes up here. All right, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to bring Giant Man into play. Giant Man is going to attack. Currently, he attacks for 4 damage. He's going to attack Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket, while I'm in giant form, has Retaliate 1. So Giant Man's going to take 2 as a consequential plus Retaliate. But we're going to take Yellow Jacket out with 4 damage from Giant Man. Okay. What else we got going on there? So I think that's it. It's the end of the hero's turn. So we're going to get all of our tokens back. We're going to drop to 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we've got. We've got a call for aid, team building, more army ants, and more PIM particles. Okay. Villain's turn. First thing we're going to do, 1/3 of the main scheme. Second thing we're going to do is Medusa wants to attack Ant-Man. So do I let her attack Ant-Man here or not? I think that we defend against that. So we're going to defend against Medusa's attack. So Medusa's attacking for 2. She's going to get a boost of 2. I'm going to defend for 3, so I take 1 damage. That does not trigger her if I took 3 or more damage. So we just take 1. All right. Next up is going to get kind of gross. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, unless I put Giant Man in front of that. In front of one of those. I think we're going to need to do that. I think Giant Man's going to need to block Tiger Shark. So Giant Man's going to take 3, which is going to take out Giant Man. Then we're going to take 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go from 5 to 8. Let's just do this and that. And because Tiger Shark, after Tiger Shark attacks, give him a tough status card. And then we have Radioactive Man. After Radioactive Man attacks, discard a card at random from my hand, which is going to be the most painful thing right now, I think. And we're going to get, boom, oh, it was my Pym Particles, which I was looking forward to playing. Dang it. All right. And then we get 2 encounter cards. Let's see how this goes. All right. Encounter card number 1. Slam against wall. Treachery. When revealed, hero. Stun your hero. Deal damage to your hero equal to your defense. Okay, so I get this stunned now. So I'm stunned and confused. My defense is 3. I'm at 8 health. I'm going to take 3. That's going to put me at 11. If I take 1 more damage, I'm out. All right. Next, we have Queen's Scorn. When revealed, Medusa schemes. Discard the top card of the encounter deck for each threat placed this way. Okay, so she's got a scheme of 2. She can get a boost of 3. So she's going to scheme for 5, which means 5 cards are going to go away. But if I'm going to put 5 on there, that's 5. That's going to bring me up to 8. And she's going to scheme out. Wow. Okay, so that did not go well. Not at all. We had 5 minions out there at one point. Medusa just gave Ant-Man the royal beatdown. So, and that was even standard Medusa. That wasn't expert Medusa. So, yeah, that was pretty rough. We'll have to give that a try again because maybe it's just the first go and this was a fluke, maybe, but I don't think so. But we'll give it a shot again and see how it goes. So let me know, did I miss something there? Is there a play that I missed? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. And I think we'll do at least 1 more standard against Medusa. I'm not feeling really confident in Ant-Man's ability to take out Medusa. Her starting off the bat with that thing where all your upgrades come into play tapped is pretty rough. All the minions that she has in this deck, again, are pretty rough. They have a decent amount of hit points. Getting a bunch of Army of Ants out there would really help cut them down, but there's a lot of 5, 6, 7 hit point things coming out there that are just tough to take out in a round. So, all right. Let me know what you think about Medusa. Custom content, I'll try to put the link in the comments below, in the description of the video. I'll put the link for Medusa there. Again, it's not an official Marvel Champions expansion. It's one that you can print off from the custom content creators. So I've got my own versions. It's just a proxy on top of a magic card, I think. Let's see here real fast. What I got there? Yep. So I got a magic card back there. There's a Fairground Trumpeter is the back for Medusa there. So just kind of I've got a decent laser printer upstairs, color laser printer, print me off some proxies, and you're good to go. So, get a corner rounder too. They're pretty cheap, and they make the cards look a lot better if you round the corner. So anyway, if you're doing your proxies, do that. So that's it for now, and we'll look around for Medusa round 2 pretty quick here. So that's it, and thanks for watching.